All right, we'll see who we can get to join. If anybody wants to join in, that's what I'm going to try to do.
O ancient ones, please guide us through the dark. Oi Mariana Ones. O ancient ones, please guide us through the dark. Oi Mariana Ones.
Hello? Anybody out there? Tired.
O ancient ones, please guide us through the dark.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oi Mariana Ones.
Hey, can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully it's got some sound to it. The Ultra American. Yes, now I can hear you. Great. What's up? You doing okay? Got that music going, but it's kind of shitty. Just something to keep the dead air away. The Ultra American. I like that. Thanks for letting me know that you're out there. Doing good. Just running an errand. Okay, so you're out and about. You must be on your phone or something, I guess. Thing keeps moving with the air. It's Sunday too. It's football day, so who knows how many people will be on. But I plan on doing more live streams in the future, like I said I was going to do like 2 years ago. So, um, this is a new thing I'm going to try. You tell me what you think about it. So I've reached out to people on Facebook that I know that make role playing games. Very small selection right now. And if they're available to come talk, they can come talk. I'll send them a link and they can come and they can tell me about their product, tell me about what they're working on, any new Kickstarter, or just whatever they want to talk about. Just to give them a platform that's not like a set interview or, um, something that's kind of like pre-created, like, pre-made. It's just something kind of whatever. I spent a lot of time here in front of the computer doing jack squat. So I was like, well, I can still do that while I'm talking to people. Maybe some other people join at the same time, and they get to know each other and communicate, and we can talk about the industry, talk about games, talk about nerd stuff, movies, whatever they want to talk about, and maybe hype up a new product they've got or bounce ideas off of one another, things like that. That's kind of what I was thinking. It may not work. It'll have some ups and downs, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Haven't had anybody message me yet, but it is out of the blue. I didn't prepare for this or anything, so that's that. See how it goes. Making sure everything goes okay. You still there? Do do do. Just don't know about this music. I gotta play like I gotta get like royalty free, non copyright music. Don't want to get any strikes or anything. Do, do. Hmm.
O ancient ones, please guide us through the dark.
You do.
Oi Mariana Ones.
There. Put out a book. Maybe you can see it. Comment. Hello, Square Peg makes games. How you doing? Trying to look at the stuff I want to read while I wait for someone. It's the first time I'm doing this, so I'm not expecting it to go off very well at all, but it's okay. Persistence is where it's at. Doing good here. That's good to know. Um, you play any games, role playing games, anything like that that you like? Um, that you want to give a shout out to? You have the floor. As the floor here is quite vacant. Look, I spotlighted you there. Boom. Technology in motion. Got to see what my next video, my next product is going to be that I'm going to do a video on. I've not decided what that's going to be. I'm continuing to read Mutant Crawl Classics Adventures, so that that might possibly be another video, but I've got to kind of spread them out. I don't want to keep on doing the same games products, or people will be like, "Oh, that's all you do." Currently playing a game of DCC. That's cool. Just doing like some adventures, or doing like one of the campaign type boxes, or what exactly are you doing? About to get a whole bunch of X-Crawl stuff in the mail tomorrow. I've also got that MCC adventure by Tim Snyder that I'm reading right now, and is very cool so far. I'm looking forward to doing that video. But like I said, I've got to kind of spread my videos. Like if I do like a Mutant Crawl Classics, okay, homebrew campaign. Are you able to like keep up the gonzo of DCC? Like, is that something that you like? So when you're doing a homebrew campaign, is that like something you try to do? I don't know if you're playing in it or you're running it, but is that something that you try to keep at the forefront? Is kind of the kind of wild stuff that DCC does, or is it kind of just your own stuff and you don't really focus on that? I'm interested in that because honestly I've never played like a homebrew campaign of DCC. It's always just been like the adventures, or like one of the box set type things. Like I don't know. I think we did like what the hell's that thing called? Can't remember. My brain's mush right now. You see, I'm very tired. It's been a busy weekend and staying up late and doing stuff. We got 3 people. That's cool. I dig that. Let's see. Still learning how to do a lot of this. Got EV Mux to do live stream and recordings. It's been really cool. It can do a lot of stuff. That's been really neat. I'm enjoying that. I'm running it. I am not focusing on the gonzo of the game. So just kind of, is it kind of basic fantasy? Are you using everything is like yours, completely homebrewed? Like, your own world, your own towns, your own factions and stuff. Is that what you're doing? Got to do a video on Outcast Silver Raiders. I've had that for quite a while. I've got a good bit of products. It's just I haven't taken the plunge into reading it all. I do like doing Mutant Crawl Classics and DCC and X Crawl now. So I've added another one to the pile of the Goodman Games products. I even might still have some Weird Frontier stuff to do, but I'm not sure about that. I'm running out of space. Almost everything is custom apart from the core system of the game, and you enjoy it. You like DCC. You got any issues with it? Stuff you don't like, maybe, or things that um, could be a little bit better because I've always said that I think that the cleric has always kind of gotten shafted. It's a push your luck class. And it seems like every time I'm playing it, the game, nobody wants to play the cleric. I was like, it's like the last class that people grab. Now I've heard other things, of course, that people love the cleric in it, and they multiple people want to play the cleric. But most of the games I play, it's not the case. The cleric is like, ugh, push your luck. Should I keep on casting this spell? I'm about to get disapproval. Um, things like that, you know. But I mean, that would probably be my only main criticism. I wish they'd done a little bit more. I think Brendan LaSalle did a little bit better with X Crawl with kind of like its cleric. Gave it a little bit more stuff it can do. Um, and I dig that. Still got a lot of products I can do videos on. I like to change it up. I do a whole string of like Dungeon Crawl Classics or MCC or who knows what. People will be like, that's all this guy does. I do have a product I can do for Dragon Slayer. I need to do that. It's the thing I am really into an OE clone called Barrows in Borderlands. Sounds familiar to me. I like OE, as you say, or zero edition. I've got this from Barrow Maze too. Um, it was a North Texas RPG convention module that was picked up by my good buddy David Beatty. It looks really great. It's got some great art, and I could probably do a video on that. I'm not sure. I always want to do videos where people can pick up the product because I hate to do a video where I'm like, "Sorry, you can't buy this. I just showed it to you. It's really cool, but you don't get to buy it now because it's not available anywhere." Yeah, it's Crypt of the Barrow Dweller with his it's Dragon Slayer compatible. So he released this, but I think he's still gonna put it out maybe to buy on drivethrurpg or something like that. I need to look and see. Yeah, Barrow Mace is cool. It was the first thing I ever dealt. I think it was the first thing I ever played with Labyrinth Lord. I might have done like an adventure before Barrow Maze, and then we dove into Barrow Maze, and I know I got killed within like I think I'm gonna say like maybe the second room, door shut, and a bunch of skeletons killed us. Very nasty business there, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Let me see about that adventure. It's available. Like I said, I don't want people to not be able to buy something I show a video of. And that's just kind of crappy. Had to do that occasionally. Very rare. Ugh. Let's see. Maybe I get lucky. A bit of a question. How do you like Dragon Slayer? I think that it is. Let's see. Let's go. Let me go look at it because I know he lowered the price of it at some point because I know people had a real problem with the game. It's $64 for the hardcover. Um, I think the art's fantastic. I think that I mean, I did a video on it. I think it's really good. I love, of course, the Cyclops Man because I love Kroll. Um, the art is fantastic through and through. Layout's amazing. I think I pull off my shelf. I'm hesitant because it's tough to put it back in. I love Jeff Easley. The cover's awesome. Um, I don't. I like the monochromatic colors too, but this is also very good. Um, I dig it. I mean, I dig the font of it. I dig the art. Um, Keenan James is just absolutely amazing. He's got some fantastic pieces all throughout it. I think it's good. I think the thing though is that it's a little bit where like it was written and you hopefully understand exactly what Greg was saying. Because some rules are not extremely. Oh yeah, definitely, Jeff. I really like it a lot. The price of Dragon Lair is what prevents me from buying. I understand, I really do. In my video, I tried to explain as much as I can because I talked to Greg about it, just as a little thing of it. Like I said, it's $64. Um, and of course, like if drivethrurpg sends it to you and it's dented or got a smashed in cord, like you're paying $64. Like get that thing replaced. Get another one. Uh, I've had Drive Through RPG sent me a bunch. I saw a review of it and it reminds me of 3.5. I mean, I would say it's just it's a clone. It's another kind of BX clone. There's a lot of neat stuff with it. It's just some of the rules here and there. Once you start getting into kind of the nitty gritty, um, it's like his writing is very fast sometimes, and it was kind of like I need that little bit more fleshed out. If I was to do a complaint about it, that would really be it. Other than the price, of course, which I understand. Um, but it just, man, I mean, look at this. It just that just looks so good. I mean, I just dig that so much. Um, Keenan, like I said, Keenan James is just incredible. It really helps bring it to, it needs more products for it, I think. Um, I love the monster section's really good, especially if you like demons. There's tons of demons in it. Um, I don't know. It's a complete package for $60, and I haven't looked at it in a while. I know it's a lot of good stuff. It's got some really neat um, help and tips in the back on how to run it and other games, which I think is a good addition to it. It's just difficult for me because I have so many other games. I've got a lot of old school essentials that I like to play just because I love the way those adventures are. If it's another clone, what can DS do that I can't do? Hey, nothing. I mean, not nothing really. Nothing. I mean, that's just the honest truth of it. Uh, but I think it's like I know Greg wanted to buy. Yeah, I think I think he's been vocal about how he wanted to get Labyrinth Lord, and Dan Proctor wouldn't sell it to him, and so he said, you know what, I'm not going to continue doing Labyrinth Lord because you know support for Labyrinth Lord is all but dried up. So he was like, well, I'm just going to make my own game, and so that way any other products I put out will be connected to this. So, and I completely understand that, frustration not being able to for Labyrinth Lord to kind of be stagnant. So, no, there's nothing. Add Eldritch Gets RPG. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Um, I can't, like I can't say that it can do anything different. It does have some really cool stuff in it. Like I said, inspirational. I think that's one of the things about it is just the art, the layout. If that's not something that you actually need, um, okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Eldritch Gets, is that what it's called? Um, Easy to read font. Um, some people like 8.5 by 11 books. Um, it's got some cool rules, for some of the character classes. Like the monk. The monk is a very cool character class. I really dig the monk a lot. Um, as opposed to like a straight up cleric. Um, but I don't think it does anything that you can't do with old school essentials. I'll definitely take a look at that though. I'll look at whatever I can. People give me suggestions. Um, Cyclops Man is really cool. Like I said that before, I'm a big fan of Kroll. Um, so I dig that. I don't know. I mean, I think if you're coming from another game like 5th edition or something like that, you've heard about the OSR and you like the art that you see in Dragon Slayer, and the price is not a problem for you, which it is for a lot of people. It's a good game to go to. It's this book, and that's it. It looks the part, and it can do everything you want with some really cool kind of house rules that he's made into the game as the rules. So some of the stuff that you might be doing at your table or some stuff that people have done, it's in this book. So I mean, I recommend it, but I also recommend Old School Essentials just because I think those books look great too, and I love the way their adventures are, the support they do for their adventures. Um, and I think that's what Dragon Slayer needs is just more content. But Old School Essentials has got a crew that's working, and this is pretty much Greg doing Dragon Slayer. Maybe some guys are doing some stuff too, I think, but I'm not sure about that. Let me try to put this thing up. And I would say, in a traditional sense, the art in Dragon Slayer is consistent and crushes a lot of other games just in its consistency if you like that type of art. I know I got a bunch of books I won't get to play. That's for me too, but I enjoy the reading and the art. I do too. And there's so many um, that I don't even get to do the reading of them the way it needs to be. It's like the time is there, and then I'm like, where did that time go? And it's like anytime I piss away just a little bit of time, I feel like, oh man, I could have been reading a role playing book, Or if it's not for like this thing back here, like gonna do a video on that in the future. It's like, but I also want to read stuff for myself too. So I don't know, it's challenging. Let me go look at this Eldritch Gets RPG. Always like suggestions. Ooh, okay. Is it this? I see a Cthulhu thing for it. Broken Rat Games, is that the company? Or is that just a company that's making products for that game? Because I see like a Fantasy Gets. Maybe I'm typing in shit wrong. See, it's a shameless plug for me. I did a lot of the art on it. Well, that's cool. That's fine. Yep, that's it. So is it the fantasy one? The fantasy, or is it the Cthulhu Noir? Jeff Whitty. I see your name there. All right. So I do like Call of Cthulhu type games. I'll check it out. I mean, I'll look through it and see. Various Lovecraftian monsters as well as mobsters, G-men, and wild animals. It needs a preview. That would be nice. I would tell Jay Lassard. I would tell him to put up a preview so we can take a look at it. Have you checked out Horde Wars Advance? It's a D12 system. It's my current go-to. Nope, but I will put it on the list. I might as well just go ahead and start writing this stuff down. All right, so Horde Wars Advanced. It's like my old days of jumping straight to advanced D&D and thinking that basic D&D was for children. I will look at that. Eldritch Gets is a Cthulhu setting RPG where you play the bad guys. Oh, that's cool. Broken Rat Games makes a whole Gets series. Cool. I can tell him we need a preview. Yeah, if you can, that would be ideal. There's dude, honestly, man, there's so many products out there. It's just so challenging to find stuff. I know we did a video on that, like the RPG market saturation, which drummed up a bunch of conversation, which was cool, of course. People agreeing or not agreeing, but yeah, I mean, I like the cover of it. Cover looks great. I don't know if you did that cover. Whoever did that cover, they did a great job. Let me see. Horde Wars Advanced. Now, I'll look at these things. Doesn't mean exactly I'll be able to do a video or I'll pick them up there. I've just got so much that either gets, and not like I've got a whole bunch, but I do get people sending me stuff, and oh, that's cool. It's got a little video. check that out. Let's see. 300 pages, that's impressive. Wow, big long video. It looks like there's a print version, but here it's only selling PDF. Was this like a Kickstarter for this Horde Wars or what? I'll take a look at that video at some point. That'll help me with it. This is cool. I mean, even if people, the author has their own site, but it's on the okay. That's cool. Yeah, I originally did this little drop-in thing so that there's guys that I know that make a lot of OSR type games or just games in general, and I send this out. This is the first time I'm doing it, and if they want to join, I will send them a link because I know them. I've done videos on their products. They probably got products coming out in the future, and I'll be like, "Look, here's a link. If you've got time, join right now, and you can pitch your new product, talk about your products you got out there right now, talk about the future." That's what kind of this whole idea is for this series of videos or live streams that I hope to start. Some of many. I also hope to have more structured live streams with other people all at one at a scheduled time. Word Wars is the best TTRPG of 2025. That's a bold claim, but I respect it. And of course, that's the thing. This is such a personal hobby that, yeah, it may just be. Hey, the edge lord's here. Wow, I call live stream. Yeah, rare, very rare, out of the blue. With this new series here, doing illustrations for Tales from Elsewhere. Currently, it's on Kickstarter. Ends Wednesday. Let me go take a look at some of your art, dude. Because I mean, it's cool. Okay, okay. Your Facebook page here. Yeah, I dig it, dude. I dig it a lot. Yeah, I see like your kind of like your crustacean skeleton with the parrot. It's very cool. I dig it, dude. Okay, like a launch party video for the Kickstarter. Conan the Barbarian. You got a good style, man. I really dig it a lot. Oh, that Tales from Elsewhere is nice. Kudos to you, dude. No doubt. Okay. Yeah. My problem with Instagram is that I just start getting I get bogged down with other stuff. I have to like it's almost one of those apps where I feel like I've got to like download it, use it, and then delete it, and don't use it until I need to go back on there. Don't download it again because it'll just suck up my time looking at trash, people's role playing game collection shelves and shit like that. I see you got Evolved. That's cool. Champions. You don't mind me looking at your Facebook here? I see you did some stuff for DCC. And this is what this is all about, man. Like, I have detached from all social media. That's a good way to go. I need to get a full on portfolio. So Jeff, like this is the thing, man. So like if you want to be on and you're not like a crazy person and you've got a camera and you don't mind talking, you can come on. If you're in the industry, I actually toyed around with just people that follow my channel that I know are not crazy. Like I vet them and talk to them. Um, if they want to join on and talk about something, they got time to do it, and why not? People are like, "You're crazy." People are gonna be doing crazy shit. Then like don't do that. Don't have like randos come on to do some sort of like racist crap or say something stupid. I'm like, well, I mean, I can stop some of that to a degree, kick somebody off. Let me go see your Instagram. Even though I don't have it, it'll kind of let me see a little bit. Now you've got a really good style, dude. Have you ever looked at doing gotten up with my buddy David Beatty about Weird Frontiers because your Western style looks really good, and that would go well with Weird Frontiers or anything that's coming out product wise, adventures, third party stuff. Uh, I think it looks really good. You've done some stuff that looks familiar to me, man. I don't know. Is it that DCC day? Very cool. Yeah, I think your style would really sync up with David Beatty. I don't know if you're friends with him on doing 3 projects now currently for if you yeah, I mean that's the thing too, is like I've got stuff coming up. I also do some proofreading for some role playing games. So I've got some I do all the DCC day art for Korea. That's cool. Congrats on that. But if you're not friends with David Beatty, send him a friend invite or something on Facebook. If you've got something that he sees your stuff, and I'll mention it next time I'm partaking of some sort of food with him. I'll be like, hey, this guy's got some good technique. I mean, your piece with the where is it? If I can find it. Yeah, that Tales from Elsewhere. I mean, that's Weird Frontiers looking stuff right there. Weird West action role playing horror role playing game. That's Weird Frontiers. Let me go look at this Kickstarter. Whoa, very nice. Cool looking cover. Brand new action horror role playing game. Yeah, slightly a little bit exactly like not exactly Weird Frontiers, but obviously competition for it. But that's fine. That's what it's all about. Yeah, no, you're good, dude. No doubt. This is neat. Thank you. Yeah, cool. That's the thing, man. Is like, and I tell people this, like when I did that video for like with my buddy Jared and Emmett Byrne for his new product, and like just talking about the industry is just so fun. It's just so cool to hear what people think about stuff and what's going on behind the scenes and how this job went, and how that job went, and what they've been working on and how this didn't work out. I didn't do any art on the Tales from Elsewhere Kickstarter, but they got me doing interior. Okay. Um, art, namely equipment art. Gotcha. Well, I mean, that's the thing too, is with the pushback of AI, people not using AI art, it's always cool to find someone that's got a style that might be able to mix with your, whatever game you're putting out. So I definitely feel your stuff looks like it would be right alongside Weird Frontiers. I got that arrow. Yeah, isn't it great, man? Fantastic, dude. When I saw that, I was like, and I'll be honest, I'm not a big collector of 4K stuff the way that a lot of people are doing today. I don't mind watching it on streaming if it's available. And I know it's not as good streaming, but that one I had to buy. And I want to get there's some I want to get too, but I'm not going out of my way. Like I want to get Kroll, that new Kroll that they just put out. I want them to do a Hawk the Slayer 4K, like a really nice box. I don't think I'm on their tails from that's cool though, dude. I mean, at least you show it to me. I get to see how what's going on because that's the thing. There's so many products out there, and like, how do you get your name out? And I'm trying to help with the channel as much as I can for people who've got stuff, and I can only do so much. But um, yeah, I mean that's cool. If you've got a big 4K collection, that's awesome. I do have a couple of them. I got like the Howling. Um, what's that? I've got like Company of Wolves. Um, but like sometimes it's not so much about getting a nice collection where I don't have really like place to put them, but I've got so if I can just watch some streaming, then I'm happy. And because I don't have the time, I mean, I don't have the space really to have a big collection. And but no, I definitely dig that one. That one was beautiful. Only certain ones that I really really like. I would love for them to do. Of course, I'm waiting for Planet of the Apes box set with all 5 movies. That would be ideal, and hopefully that's going to come. I'm down with the Vinegar Syndrome, Rabbit Hole. Well, they're really good, and I keep up with all that Arrow and stuff like that. Was it God, who's those guys I follow? Terror something? TerraVision. TerraVision's really cool. They've got a the Devil's Sword that I want to get. Like, there's just a couple of sword and sorcery movies that I'd pick up, but I can't go down. I would love to. That's the thing. Like your rabbit hole with that, I would love to. Yeah, Terrorvision's great. I would love to go down that rabbit hole. I really would, but I just once it starts going, it's bad. Yeah, it just starts. Which one? Which one do you want? The Devil Sword? Or just it's like it starts rolling, and then I'm like, okay, just tell the wife, all right, well, I'm gonna have to sell most of this stuff to afford this thing. Yeah, it's on my list too. It was when I've got the old release, the old red case release on DVD, and it's fine. You know, that's the thing. You're to me, I'm like I'm watching an old movie, and it kind of gives it a charm. Sorry, we've kind of derailed here from role playing games, but that's what I kind of do, especially when it comes to movie or sword and sorcery. But I just want certain movies, like I said, that Kroll, I'm gonna have to get. Um, trying to think what else. I thought about getting Deathstalker. I think Sword and Sorcery is my favorite RPG setting. Magic being rare, fight's brutal. I agree. That's why I was really impressed by that Barbarians of Lemuria, that new one that came out. That new version that from that French company. Fantastic. Yeah, Kroll's awesome. And I tell you, I hear people shit on Kroll, and I'm just like, I can't agree. I cannot agree. Like it's an awesome flick. The glaive for me as a kid was like the coolest shit. He didn't use it much. I thought Slayers looked awesome. The white Slayers, like I don't know if you call them like the Imperial Slayers. I thought they were just so badass. That old man in the this quicksand was scary as shit when I was a kid. Yeah, that Barbarians of Lemuria is nice, man. And the system. I mean, I know it's been around for a while, but this is a really nice version of it. Like this is like the good quality release with the art just jamming, all from the same artist, just makes it look so good. But yeah, Kroll is one of my favorites. I know people like to laugh at it, but I really like Sorceress. Um, I'm sorry. Um, I didn't get third edition. I'll be honest with you. I just I don't know they came out too quick for me, and yeah, it was. I'm glad I was able to help you, but even though I guess that was bad, so I apologize for that. Um, Still a cool game, but, like, almost everything that Jeff did, like, I wanted him to do the opposite of it, I love the first box set. I got that on deck to read. I still need to get through my Tales from Argossia book, best looking RPG book of 25. I think layout art. Let me write this down. See, here we go. Tales. Okay. Well, I appreciate that one too. Um, I've not had anybody take me up on joining this. This is gonna be an interesting little I'm gonna try to do more live streams if people like it, and if it's tough sitting here with no one involved, and I gotta, of course, let people know more that it's gonna happen. But hey, it's like if you've got something you want to talk about, you got a product. Um, Let me go see that. Let me. I'm looking. I'm intrigued. It says it. Yeah, low. Oh, aka Low Fantasy Gaming Second Edition is a sword and sorcery inspired emergent play. Okay. Wow, nice cover. This is essentially the second edition of Low Fantasy Gaming. Now, I will tell you my beef I had with Low Fantasy Gaming because I did mess with that early on when the first one came out. My beef was that I felt like it was just like I felt like it was multiple games. It took like systems from this game and that game and that game and that game and kind of put them all together. And at the time, I will say I didn't care for that. Now I have not looked at anything from that in quite a while. So I also occasionally have stompy foot where I say I don't like something and then I'm kind of ignorant about it. Like later on, I kind of grow up and go, ooh, okay, maybe I was stupid about that. I have nothing to do with it though. Interesting. Yep. The artist is Legend Gearing. He did so much in that book and a recent Conan comic cover, which that's awesome. Um, yeah, let me look at it here. We got a preview, so I'm going to take a look. Let me see if I can do this. Um, let's take a look. Let me see what I can do. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it, I don't think. That's not what we want, is it? No, we don't want that. That's not good. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, here we go. Boop, there we go. And then let me do this. I can. It's not the best thing to look through, but I'm going to break this off over here. I'm going to move this over here. There we go. Now I can start scrolling through it. See that? Look. I'm learning. Yeah, I think it's called Stompy Foot. I get Stompy Foot about stuff. I'm like, no, I don't like that. This might mess it up. Let me see what happens when I do this. Nothing. Oh, well, hold on. Nope. Okay. Oh. That art's good right there. I'm down with that. Can't see all of it. Let me see. Let me get something out of the way. I'm still learning how to do all this trash. It's trash. It's all, that's what my buddy said one day. It's trash. It's all trash. That's pretty good art. I dig that. Is this written by the same guy who did Low Fantasy Gaming? It doesn't look like it, no. I don't remember that name. Yeah, that black, white, and red is starting to get a little bit. It's kind of like the new Merkborg yellow and black. That's how Outcast Silver Raiders is, which also has phenomenal art. That's a really good piece. Let's see. Gong Farmer's in there. See, that's a good piece, man. I dig this. I like it. I like the way it looks, just on looks, you know. The writing is easy to digest. Ooh, that I know this person. This artist right here. My brain is having a brain fart. But I know him. He does DC's. I mean, he does what is going on with my computer? Yeah, a lot of people don't like they don't like I guess is that it? They don't like Merkborg the way it looks. This looks really good though. Just on art alone, just from just quick glance. But that guy's name is because all the pieces he did for Weird Frontiers was fantastic. William McAuslin's in this book, so of course he's my boy. So I see a lot of names here I know, so that's good. Dyson Logos is in there. Sorry, I'm bogging down here finding this guy's name. Dean Spencer, Bradley McDevitt, Rick Hershey. Christopher, no, that's not it. Where the hell is it? I see the art. Well. I botched it. He's good, though. No doubt. Good call. Good call on that. Let's get this off the screen. Very good. Thank you for showing that to me. I like that. So, oh my God, Merkborg is brutal visually. Yep, it is. And I think it's something you kind of get used to. And then, of course, they did the artless version of it. It's one of those things that it's not made to be a long campaign game. It's fun just to mess around with. So I dig that. But I understand that people don't like it because I've run into some products where I'm like, this thing is brutal. I can't understand what they're trying to do here with this. Like, I can't. The font is just way too wacky. But I understand when people don't care for it. But I do think the game's solid. It was also maybe I think it was my first like player facing game, so that was kind of like, whoa. I gotta learn how to do this turn. I love Merkborg. I'd like to do art for one of their adventures and whatnot. I'm holding my breath for. Oh yes, I did not back that Kickstarter because I simply didn't have the money. I'd spent everything on that I could on where am I? On Planet of the Apes. But that looks great, and it's like, you know what? I'll pick it up down the road, maybe on a sale, Exalted Funeral sale or something like that. But it does look good. It looks really good. I'm very impressed by it. But hopefully this is fun. I mean, I hope you guys like this, and I'm glad that y'all showed up, and because sometimes you do one of these and it's like no one's showing up. You feel like an idiot. You're like just sitting here. Do I talk to myself? It's always better to have someone else. If I have one other person, it always really goes a lot better. But it's a start. You got to start somewhere. And this thing keeps moving. I got this from my buddy. Got this for my birthday, so I do like Alien. I'm painting while listening. That's cool. I need to get painting, man. I got miniatures I need to paint, and I just don't think my eye's going to be able to do it. Like it's not the way it used to be. Um, I think I burned out on like some Flames of War back in the day when I played that miniature game, and I've only gotten older since then. That was years ago. So I'm certain if I do it now, it's nothing but pain and misery, and blindness, like future blindness. But I do love Alien, so that's cool. I'm going to have an interview. Speed paint is worth it. Yeah. I'm gonna have some cool interviews soon, like Andrew Gasco, who did the Alien RPG and Planet of the Apes. He's gonna be joining me, I think, this week. I'm also gonna have Jim Beard on shortly, I think, after that. I know he's doing something. Jim Beard's a really cool guy. He's done a lot of stuff in sci-fi nerddom. Written a bunch of cool articles online and done a bunch of books, and just a guy who's all into everything. I'm also gonna have Rich Hanley on there too. He's also a big Planet of the Apes guy, of course. So I'm interested in doing those big interviews, and then I hope to have more people in the industry on for these type of live streams right here. Um, it's difficult, man, because YouTube's just really tough. It's tough to get people to subscribe. And I think you only go so far unless you do the real big stuff. So it's like it's anemic. Everything's anemic, but you just got to keep doing it because you enjoy it, and I do. Forbidden Lands is a great game. I'd come by and talk shop at the trash room. Oh, you're in Korea. So what time is it there? Because I could work with that. I could do the search, I guess. Current time in Korea, 6:47 a.m. to. Whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's tough. I heard Korea is extremely cold. Extremely cold is what I heard from like guys that were in the Korean War. Brutally cold sometimes. Um, I know a guy whose daughter lives over there. She loves it. So, yeah, that's very interesting time difference there. Yeah, I don't know, that's all I've heard. I love Korean food though, man. I dominate it. Is that what? How did you get to Korea? Like, what brought you there? I know you said you did the covers for DCC Day there, but sounds like Buffalo. Yeah, I was just in Buffalo this summer. I went to Niagara Falls, the Canadian side, and that was the first time I'd seen buffalo. We got a house in Thailand, and it gets hot. Man, that sounds cool. Thailand's supposed to be gorgeous. Um, and I always enjoy playing Sagat in Street Fighter 2. So he was one of my favorite characters. So I do have some kinship with Thailand, I think, from my Street Fighter 2 days. Probably know a good bit about it from that game. Tiger uppercuts and stuff. But no, that was the first time I went to Buffalo. Flew into Buffalo, and it was very interesting. That place looks like the winters just absolutely beat the shit out of it. Um, I was like, whoa. Yeah. I was like, this is like, I told people, don't judge us by Niagara. Oh, I understand. Um, The Canadian side was rough looking too, man. I mean, I guess so many people go there. My day job is software engineer for the Department of Defense. Woo. American living, working here. Oh, that sounds cool. I know it's a third world area. Well, it was just like I told people, I said, if there was concrete, there was a crack in it. If there was a crack in it, there was grass trying to grow out of it everywhere. It didn't matter if it was the road, the sidewalk. It was like Buffalo. I was like, woof. And the wind, obviously, and like the siding on people's houses, the paint on people's houses, all those darn like power poles, like power things. Um, I don't. It, it may be a little bit nicer, but it's really worn down. They get so many tourists there. It was cram packed full of people. I mean, it was incredible. All revenue goes down. Say, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it just everything looked very tired. And like like I live in Greenville, South Carolina. So like when you get on the highway, it's just like trees and manicured grass, and like before you get up to an exit or entrance ramp, there's flowers and there's little plants, and it's just like when I came back here, I was like, whoa, I really appreciate what my state looks like. And it's just tough with up there with probably the winters and the wind and the lakes. I was like, whoa, this looks challenging, because like the interstates were just like concrete, like asphalt, dirty on the side, and just go. And there was not really anything. I was like, lots of power poles everywhere. I was like, whoa, this is incredible. But I mean, it's just different, you know? It's what you get used to. I'd love to go to Korea, man. That would be fantastic. Love the food. Um, they make some good movies too, so that's cool. Um, so software engineer, also an artist, Department of Defense. That's really cool. I dig that. Where so Edgelord, you are in Buffalo, is that correct? Been here my whole life, short of brief moment in the army. When my wife retires, I'm out. I understand. I understand completely. Um, we have a lot of people moving down here. I know Greenville, Fort Bragg nearby. Let me see. I mean, I know Fort Bragg. I'm just not exactly sure how far. It's in North Carolina, Fayetteville. So it's. Let me get an exact thing for you. It is about from me. It is about almost 4 hours away. So it is kind of to the south of Raleigh and to the east of Charlotte. Yes, Bragg is North Carolina. I'm an Army vet too. Wow. Okay. Okay. Been here a while since I've been on the East Coast. Greenville's just blown up. I mean, Greenville's almost shouldn't be telling this. We have so many people coming from out west, up north. It's been spotlighted in a couple of articles, newspapers. Like if you read those magazines, like top 20 places to live or move to, and then everybody came down here, and then they come down here and they're like, oh, this is fantastic. And I work at the airport, so I see them all coming in, and yeah, I love it. Yeah, everyone has gone to South Carolina. It's price of houses have gone up, traffic's gotten bad. It's still beautiful. I still love South Carolina a lot. I'm a big fan of the 13 original colonies. I've said this, I think, before on a live stream. Even the ones I don't care for, I'll take them just because they're still OG. See. Yeah, I mean, there has been some more celebrities that have moved down here or show up down here. But it's just nice. In Greenville City, they redid downtown years ago, and it's fantastic. I mean, I got to give them that. At first, it was like, what are y'all doing? No one's going to go downtown, because there was nothing really to do downtown except get drunk and get into fights. But then they made it really nice, and it's a nice place to take your family. It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Like I said, I love it. It's humid during the summer, and we have like only like winter and we have like ice in the winter. Sometimes we get snow, and that wrecks the place. Absolutely wrecks it. Um, I prefer being an American expat. I love the States, just can't live there anymore. Costs are out of control. Yeah, I understand that, and that's probably why a lot of people still coming down there, like South Carolina. It's much cheaper than obviously, and they're coming from places where they get paid more. Their houses are worth way more. So when they sell that house, come down here, they're like, "Wow, I've got a lot in the bank, and I can now enjoy this cheaper gas, cheaper everything." But it's still going up. It's going up as more people move here, though. Of course. Boy, I look tired. Um, yeah, I lived over in France for about 3 years when I was a kid, and stepdad worked for Michelin. But it's nice to be home, and we do have some really nice. We have some nice things to see, and I live right where like Charlotte's an hour away, the mountains are an hour away, Atlanta's a couple hours away, the beach is like 4 hours away. So it's like perfect. I want to go west, like Colorado. Colorado is very nice. I was actually born in South Dakota. I got my Sturgis right here, my Sturgis. Love Colorado. Love all that area. Magical lands. Korea is cheap, kind of like Central Texas. Thailand is way cheaper and just as great to live. I always recommend artists to look into overseas living more affordable. I understand that. Um, Challenging, hard to get away for a lot of people to get away from their what they're used to and their family and stuff like that. I know a lot of people that like they live up. I know a guy in particular lives up like in Detroit, and I'm just always like, dude, come down here, man. Like, get away, like go, But they got family and they're settled. It's tough for people to make that move. But no, Colorado's great. I went to Wyoming last year. Unbelievable, just unbelievable. It is a magic fantasy land. I highly recommend everybody go to Wyoming. It is really incredible, and it is very memorable. I got to see every animal you could pretty much think of out there: bear, moose, elk, everything. Um, Sounds like me. I have family here. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get away, and you get used to like even though some of it might be a little bit tough or misery. You're like, ah, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? I know people that have moved down here from up north, like New York and stuff, and they didn't tell their family, like some of their family, they didn't tell their friends. They were like, "We don't want y'all moving down here," so we didn't tell you where we went. Just left. I was living in Washington State before I moved to work over here. Loved it, but expensive. Yeah, my buddy Jared, who I do videos with, he lives in Portland. I'm certain it's very expensive there too. Um, I'd like to go to British Columbia. I think that would be awesome. But William McAuslin, who does art, of course, for DCC and stuff, and a buddy of mine, he's always showing me pictures. He'll send me pictures of him out camping. It's just incredible. But South Dakota is also very beautiful. Brutal winters, though. But Wyoming is like the state where you realize that like you are secondary to the animals. Like this is their land, and you are not a primary focus for that place. Very expensive. We went to Jackson Hole. Very expensive. The average house out there is like $7 million or something. The average income's like 100 grand. People will drive like 2 hours to work there. Everything was super expensive. It was incredible. Not enjoyable in that aspect whatsoever. Because anything that you wanted to buy, it was like, ooh, kick in the teeth. But that's cool though. I did like seeing Niagara Falls. It was very cool. It's always good to get out. Yeah, no money left over for RPG books. I got so many. That was the thing, man. I have got so many, and it's like I used to have that shelf of just like every single OSR game book, not every single one, but like just tons. Anything OSR I had, and I did a lot of videos for the channel, on them, and it was just like, what am I doing with all these? Am I really going to play Lamentation of the Flame Princess and Labyrinth Lord, and Old School Essentials, and this game over here, and that game over there, and 2 editions of Vampire, and yeah, it was just it was. I was like, and I sold them. I will say upstate. I have heard that upstate North New York is beautiful. I can see how that could be. I would love to go to really my top places to go are in America. I'd love to go see Lovecraft Country. So I'd love to go see Rhode Island, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. That's where I like to go see. I like the shores. I like the harbors, stuff like that. I want to see that stuff. I am happy knowing that when I retire, I got lots to keep me entertained till the end. RPGs, playing everything. Yeah, definitely. At least it's definitely a hobby that even if your body's not 100%, you can still do as long as your mind's there. I hear you. I had to purge my RPG collection. Yeah, I had to do that too. I sold them and I got a lot of this over here, all this second edition. Boo, 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 boo. And that was before their prices really started going crazy, which now they've gone way high. So I was able to really do some good stuff. But yeah, I'd love to go to Lovecraft Country. I'd like to go see the Grand Canyon and go out to like Area 51 area, like that, where they did like the bomb explosion tests. And then when it comes to like overseas, I love to see Greece. I never got to see Greece when I was over in Europe. I want to see like the start of civilization. And I love to go to Japan. I love to go and see Tokyo and eat that food. A lot of my reasons for moving places is culinary reasons. So like I want to go to New England and have a lot of lobster and stuff like that. And then Greek food I love, and sushi I love, and hibachi. So anytime people say like Brandon, would you like to go to New York City? I'm like, no, but if I'm going there, I'm going there for culinary reasons. I noticed I got my second edition books. Yeah, it's great, dude. I mean, there was a time where I would just walk into a couple local stores, and yeah, and I got lucky too. It was like I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh my god, someone just dumped all their second edition over here, and the prices were cheap. I was getting hardback books for like 10, $15. Also, a lot of vampire books here and werewolf books. Some of those were cheap back in the day. I saw one time a whole like push bookcase thing, and all I saw on the whole shelf, like several shelves, was nothing but yellow spines, and it was all first edition D&D. And I was like, and I just sat down in front of it, and I was like, just pulling them out. I was like, oh my god, those days are long. Yeah, it was the golden age of buying. I bought so much stuff. I was coming out of there every day. I'd go up there. I was like, oh my god, oh look at this. Here we go. Did a lot of stuff on eBay. Bought a lot of bought a lot of stuff on eBay. And what was it called? Google. What was that? What was that called? That social media site they had. Google Plus. I can't remember. Man, we did some great sales over there with everybody. I paid $30 for 2 boxes of Dragon Max. Wow, dynamite. Yeah, Google Plus had just incredible groups selling stuff left and right. That's where I sold almost all those OSR. Yeah, I sold almost all those. Not all of them. I kept some, of course, but the majority of the ones that I just didn't need, or if I had them in PDF, I started all of a sudden making this switch to PDF. I was like, this is just a book kind of by itself. I've got the PDF of it. Why don't I just keep the PDF? Because it's taking up space. But I don't even know what I was talking about. I lost track. Google Plus, yeah. I mean, I was selling stuff on Google Plus and buying stuff off Google Plus all the time. It was fantastic. I will say, of all the social media sites, that's the one, of course, that was just for me. It was absolute banger. I mean, we were talking about. It was good, but it was also during a time where a lot of people who make games decided to be real free with their opinions about the world, and it kind of like went into my head, oh, this guy is a shithead. And like he's still in the industry now, and I remember what he said and what the shit he did on Google Plus way back then, and I'm like, sorry, I don't deal with you. You know, you had a big bold mouth back then, and I still remember it because I got a memory like that. I'm looking at to sell. What D&D retro clones do you have that you're looking to sell? No, I'm not trying to. I'm just wondering what you keep, what you don't. I drink. Sorry, my throat. So get this, my local gaming shop in Seoul has Oriental Ventures, second edition player's handbook, gym guide, crazy old stuff just sitting on the shelves. I told the owner to put it behind glass if it gets stolen. Are they English? Like OSC and such, I have first edition. And he said, nah, it's for everyone to enjoy. I was shocked. Wow, that's great. But I think that's the thing, right? So like we keep some stuff for nostalgia for its namesake. Like we may never play it, but like honestly, some of the stuff is word. That's cool. It's in English. It's neat. Like I found a bunch of players' handbooks. I just every time I see one up there, I'd buy it. It was like $15. I was like, I'll buy it. Or it was 10, 12. I was like, I'll buy it. I'll just keep buying them. I think we keep some stuff for nostalgia. Honestly, that stuff's worth a lot of money, so it's almost kinda like a little bit of a retirement fund, or if I come across hard times, I can be like, Sell all this vampire." Um, if I have to, that would make me cry, and if people told me to sell it and I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." It was a lot of effort. That's another thing too. Getting some of these games is a lot of effort, and I was like, "No, you have no idea what I had to do and how like looking at eBay every day, every day, and then finally seeing it and being like, oh, here it is, and getting in my hands and being like, ooh, that paid off. Persistence, persistence. That's what it's all about. Got to keep hitting it. Just looking on Facebook here. That's what happened to me with records I had to sell a few years ago. Yeah. You just did the eBay thing, the eBay looking. I look all the time for Planet of the Apes stuff. There's 2 comics that I'm looking for. Um, and it's like I just look on eBay all the time. Uh, I've sold a bunch of stuff on eBay. I'm getting tired of it. Shipping's gotten absolutely insane. And a lot of their, I would say a lot of they're just, they're not, like all the shipping companies are starting to be really untrustworthy. They do some really shady shit. And the anxiety of like following it and tracking it and being like, where is this at? So I've just cut back drastically because I just don't need the stress anymore. Local guy who has a store bought me out, and it was fair. That's good. And that's good. If you can do stuff locally, that's great. I'm not a big person for like Facebook Market. I don't want to meet in some parking lot. I'm a little bit weary of that. Um, but like if you can sell it somewhere locally, go for it because like shipping's it's just a hassle. It's a real hassle. Make sure this thing's on the right setting. Um, oh, this has been fun though. We got 5 people. I don't know if that's never know exactly who that is, but I hope to keep doing it. That's my problem. It's like if I don't get any reception from anything, I'll just stop. I'm very much a creature of like I need feedback, either positive or negative, just to keep it in my head. Because if it seems like it's just me, then I'm like, what's the point? And this EV Mux, like I said, great software. Um, trying to learn it. I can do a bunch of stuff with it. I just got to kind of sit down and learn it. Um, I do have some work I'm gonna be doing, so I might have to slow down a little bit on my videos. I got a bill soon, sadly. It's Monday morning, I gotta go to work soon. I understand, but I really appreciate you, stopping by, talking, showing me your art. I will throw your name out to David Beatty just to say, "Hey, look, here's a guy if you ever need some work and he needs it and you're available, maybe he'll reach out to you, for something for Weird Frontiers." Because I know that there is we're gonna be doing like a second thing. I just saw a guy on YouTube bitching about EV. Oh yeah, what was he saying about it? So far, I mean, it's because like StreamYard, they raised their. Yeah, I appreciate it, Jeff. I really do, man. It means a lot to me. Because it's been years and years of me doing it, and it's like it's so anemic getting anywhere. And there's the other guys putting so much effort into it and skill, and then they've got so many subscribers, and it's like, well, I just can't do that. So it's always good to hear people like my videos, and uh, it's fun. It's fun to do. So it's just challenging sometimes to keep at it. Persistence. Yeah, I don't know what the problem with EV Mux is. It seems fine to me. It skips out on him in the beginning. I'm gonna try OBS. See, I've done OBS and that's cool. I can do some stuff with that, but I can't in order to do multiple people. So I want to do multiple people. Like this can hold up to like 12 people streaming like live streaming here on this if I invite them. So like OBS is you've got to do a lot more technical behind the scenes stuff. And I have done. That's how I used to do live stream was through OBS. I used to do my review, like my interviews with people with Zoom, the free thing, because I'm not paying. I wasn't at the point where I was going to pay money for it. Thanks, bud. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm not going to. Um, there was a time I've thought many times about quitting, stopping, and good days and bad days. You know how it goes. But I could be putting more work into it, and I recognize that. So, and it's tough. YouTube's tough right now with the way that it works. So, and what people want, kind of like in a transition period. So, but no, I haven't had any problem with EV Mux so far. It's been really great. I watch them when they come up. Um, oh, it's been fun. It's yeah. I mean, it always helps if you comment. If I do a video, just say, "Hey, um, thanks for the video," or "That sucks," "You suck," whatever. If you just comment, at least that helps with people seeing it. Um, That's how I push through my RPG where I don't give up. Hopefully, I'll make it a full-time job and can ditch the 9 to 5 gig. Yeah, that's not really the goal for me. I guess it's you gave some killer DM advice a while ago. I usually try to watch them when they come. Oh, well, I appreciate that a bunch, man. I really do. I should probably do more of that stuff. And and I'll be honest, I get lazy about things. Like I do videos, and I'll just be lazy about it, you know. And it's like I've tried to do videos that are a little bit more fancy, and it takes so much effort, so much work that I was like, wow, kudos to those guys with the big channels. They're doing a lot of work. They know how to use their software. They know how to edit. They know, like, you can learn how to do the software, but you may not be a good editor and lay, how to do it. When's a good time to do a swipe, fade out, zoom in, video, picture? It's a lot of work, and so they get what they deserve because they're putting in the effort to it. And then you can learn the software and not be very good at doing those things. But I need to do more DM advice stuff. Not that, and it just it's such a personal hobby that I don't really want to push too much of like what you should be doing, even though I know a lot of people like doing those videos. Um, but I do see some people make like when I play games with other people, I'm like, don't do that, don't do that. That's not good. Don't do that. So it's like sometimes I'm like, well, and I try not to be too negative. Do you do? Yes, I'm on Discord. I found it to be useful for networking and RPGs. Plus, I can live draw in there and other people's servers. I think it's just my name on Discord. I'm on it. I do communicate to people through Discord occasionally. That's about, and I do some voice stuff like when I'm playing some PC games with my buddies. We'll use Discord. So that's cool. But no, I mean, just right there, I was able to pop up that web page, uh, to show you the preview of that game. That was EV Mux, and that worked well. I mean, the way it moves around and stuff, and what I can add to it, it's great. I can add music right here. This terrible Blade Runner music, or not. I don't know what's not playing. I probably have messed something up. Let me hit this and see what happens. Like mood music, because it sucked to sit there and just be by myself and no music or anything going on. But I'm gonna do more of these, and that's what they're gonna be called, drop-ins. Because I've talked to some people. They think this is a cool idea. Like right now, if somebody wanted to show up, like Jeff, if you were available, okay, thank you. And you wanted to pop in, and you're not an insane person, and you got a camera. That's all I want, at least, is to have a camera. And you're not a crazy person. Um, I'll talk to you like kind of before, and then you jump right in. And we talk about your work, whatever. It's so the RPG market saturation was a big video for me because it was truly like I was trying to say you're gonna have to someone's gonna. I want to help people. I want to help people get their name out there, whatever their product is. Um, some of the smallest guys I do a video for, and they're so appreciative, and it feels good, because I know it's difficult to get your name out there. There's so many freaking products, so it's challenging. Realize this is gonna do my throat in so much. I got a lot of stuff though. I gotta do more Planet of the Apes videos. It's a really great game. I don't know if you're Planet of the Apes fans of the originals, but I get the saturation. So many creators, and yeah, tough to get it out. And I mean, that's the thing is like I'm hoping if there's one day that I stop doing this, people will be like, "Hey, that RPG overviews channel, they would have done a video on that. He would have done a video, or you know, it's not because like I know there's big channels and they're like they only do videos of games they like, and it gives them that prestige. But I'd done a video of a product that they've done, and I got to toot my own horn here and say I did a much better version than they did. Being much more thorough with the product, but it doesn't matter. They still got 26, 30,000. Oh, no Limelight Productions. Yeah, it's super challenging. I have a camera, but unfortunately, I'm a crazy person. Oh, okay. Um, I'm not gonna. That's fine. A lot of competition RPG. Yeah, there is, and a lot of guys have dropped off. They've stopped because it's just it's tough. And I've seen them. Because I used to follow them, and it's like, man, you haven't done a video in years. Literally. And I'm like, I understand. I took a break for a while. Had some stuff go on in my life, and I was like, you know what? I can't do this right now. And I need a break. And I was having a backlog of doing videos for people that were sending me products, and I was like, said, guys, this is starting to pile up on me, and I need a little break. Um, and it was helpful to a degree. But I'm in it with now with Jared doing videos and getting this software, and yeah, life happens, no doubt. Um, it's tough, but I just like I said, if people can say, "Hey, I appreciate I'm a small guy and you did a video on my product, I really appreciate that," then I think I've succeeded. I do PDF reviews as well. Some people won't do those. Um, it's not something. I mean, it's a thing I'll do. They usually don't do very well. That's the thing I tell people too is like interviews. They usually don't do very well. People don't want to do. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate it, man. And look out for more other ones, and I'll try to be a little bit more advanced warning about these coming out. Yeah, have a good Monday, dude. I appreciate that. I do, like I said, I do PDF reviews. It's just they don't splash as much, as a physical book. Like I do know, like RPG Pundit, he won't do PDFs. You have to send him an actual product, um, all the way down in Brazil or wherever the hell he is. Um, I'm not like that though. So I mean, it's a little bit it's there's a little bit more different work to do a PDF. Sometimes it's easier because I can just scroll through and show stuff, so it is a little bit more visual. But I don't think I've ever had like a PDF video blow up big. I've had, honestly, it's old nostalgic games that blow up big. Oh yeah, Uruguay, that's right. Um, so like my Shadowrun third edition video, it blew up big. My second edition video, man, it blew up huge. Um, it's funny to have people still commenting on a video that I did like 5 years ago. I'm like, oh wow, okay. Dragon Slayer was big. Barra Maze was big. Dragon Slayer, of course, brought out people that were angry for the price, which I mean, hey, that works too. Whatever. I explained it. My DCC video occasionally that'll have one. Um, my MCC video was probably my most negative video, but I still do videos for that game. I don't want to be. I don't like to be too negative. There's a lot of people out there that are already negative, and it's like he's a cool guy, man. Like I met him at GaryCon, and I bought Bear Maze from him, bought a T-shirt from him, and then like the next night, he was like, "Hey, do you want to have dinner?" And I was like, "Yeah." I sat down with him. I remember I had a very nice, like artisanal crafted macaroni and cheese, and it was very good. Um, and we just chatted up. We hit it off. It was really cool to talk to him. I was more negative on Mutant Crawl Classics because it has some errors in it that have never been fixed, and they have a new printing they just advertised on Facebook, and I asked like, "Are you gonna fix the printing? Like any typos you're gonna fix? Any errata?" They did not respond to anybody's question, which angers. And they just have it just has some things like that I think are sloppy. Um, yeah, like it's a sloppy book. It's a book that hasn't been shown love. I don't know if it has to do with Jim Wampler getting fired from Gooden Games or what, or being let go. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that, but it just it's just a product I think that was underwhelming for a lot of people, and it had high stakes, and I don't think it reached that. But I still think the adventures are really cool. I think it's still a really cool game, and that's why I still do videos on it too. But they need to fix some of the problems that are in it. Like it literally has tables that are numbered just weird. It's not. I've been cold on DCC since Shadow. Okay, that's cool. I'm actually I've been doing some more Shadow Dark stuff video wise, and may actually be working on something for a Shadow Dark product, so that would be cool. Um, but yeah, it's still a cool book, man. It's just some of the human classes are not great. Like they're kind of underwhelming. Again, the tables got to me as a GM. I understand. That's why they have to make those reference books. Um, like they didn't do a hard judges screen for it. It's like they didn't give it the love that it needed. They never fixed the typos, of the thing. In the video, if you watch it, like I talk about how they have like starting equipment, but like there's no normal equipment list, and It didn't list what happens if you have a two-handed weapon, if it's that slower initiative, or just things were overlooked. It wasn't shown, but they could have fixed it down the road. I don't know if there's anything that's stopping them from doing that on a like a ownership wise reason. But I do like a lot of the third party stuff that's been put out for MCC. I like the adventures they put out because they've got good writers that are doing some good stuff, like Stephen Newton. The only thing I can say was they did make us. Yeah, they did. It's a cool video. I mean, it's a cool adventure that I did a video on, and I really dig that one a lot. Um, I've really enjoyed almost every single MCC adventure that I've read. There's a couple that I'm kind of like, not my favorite. And I was going to do a video that was like my top 5 Mutant Crawl Classics adventures, but I was like, that's what happens sometimes. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then you're like, I'll just keep trucking with what I do. They're still putting out some more adventures. I do know that they've still got some on the books, and they're going to do a tome of adventure for Mutant Crawl Classics, which I don't need that because, yeah, that's the thing with DCC I love. Yeah, the adventures are fun, man. They're cool. They're zangy. Yeah, there's some games I just realized I just didn't need. Like Shadow Dark's a fine game. Fine, it's fine. But I've got old school essentials, and I know it's not the same, but like that's kind of what I got, and so it's like at a certain point, I've just got to be like, I can borrow it from my buddy to do a video on. Um, I've got to do more second edition videos because I still have people asking me, "You need to do more second edition D&D videos." I'm like, okay, all right, I will. I asked them if they wanted me to do it. Ask and see if you want me to do a second edition video. If you want more, and they were like, yes, yes, yes. So I was like, okay, second edition it is. It's my favorite edition of D&D. It is got a lot of products, and it means a lot to me. So I really appreciate you being here talking to me there, Edgelord. Sorry that you're a crazy person, but that happens sometimes. And some people aren't comfortable in the camera. I'm on the verge of purging SD, OSC, and Swords and Wizardry. I'm just going to do 2E. Yeah, that's where it's at, dude. I love second edition, man. Like I used to have when I found Warhammer Fantasy First Edition, I thought second edition was trash. I was like, "Whoop, you've been bumped off. You are no longer the top dog." Um, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm okay on camera if you want to send the link. You want it now? I'll have to. Are you a friend with me on Facebook? Are you on Facebook? I don't know if you are. Oh, yeah. Okay. Would you just get rid of your Facebook altogether? I got off Facebook for like 10 years. I was at one point. Yeah, I got off of it for 10 years. Only whenever I wanted to try to push the channel more, I said, okay, I'm gonna have to get back on there. It was nice not being on on Facebook. Um, it's got its ups and downs. It takes a lot of your time. I lead all social media accounts. I understand. I mean, I post stuff on Reddit to help push the channel and videos. And occasionally, if I have a problem with a video game or something, I'll go look and see if other people have it. Yeah, it's super toxic. It's super bad. It wastes your time terribly. Doom scrolling to infinity and beyond. But no, it's cool. But see, you said you're going to purge. So you're gonna get rid of. I'm on the verge of purging. See, I enjoy old school essentials just because I know it's a cool. Hello, what's up, dude? Long time no see. I like the way the books look. I like the way they're laid out. Their adventures are laid out. I like old school essentials, and I know I'm playing a version of BX. I think their adventures are cool. They've got a lot of really neat ones. that really are thinking outside the bubble with some, like some really cool ideas. Um, I think they're quality. They're not very expensive. You get a hardback book. Yeah, the layout is very nice. I'm a big fan of its minimalist descriptions and stuff like that. Some people don't like that. On the flip side, people don't like DCC's like over wordy adventures. I like both, but I think Old School Essentials is really cool. And that adventure they did, Milk, that they put out, I just have BX in first edition, and that's good. That adventure, Milk, right here, this quick delve. I hope they make a lot more of these because this is still quality, even though it's not hardback. Great art, that good layout. I really like this picking this up. I can't believe I got this free on Exalted Funerals website. That blew me away. I could not believe I got something free. Um, and then I, the last OSR game. Oh well, I got the cover art is always not. I agree. I got Outcast Silver Raiders. That's like my last OSR game I actually got. I don't know if I call X Crawl uh, old school. I don't know. It's different. Um, so I did a little short showing people this, and it's beautiful and it's a cool system, and it's actually like dark. Like it's got like evil rituals and stuff in it. I'm gonna be doing videos on it. It's one of those things where I look at it, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna. I have to do a lot. I have to do a really good job on the video and like really take my time and read it and know it and to be able to explain it. But just a really really nice slipcase. Um, really great high quality product. Uh, I just got to get playing more too, which I have been. I've been running Forbidden Lands. I love Forbidden Lands. I haven't decided to do a video on it yet, but I will at some point. But it's great. What is it? I didn't catch the video. This is called Outcast Silver Raiders, or OSR as it's called, and occult medieval old school role playing. And it has one artist. Hold on a second. I've dropped my mouse. Am I still there? Did I get kicked off? I didn't, thank God. Hold on just a second. You guys still with me? Because I kind of got booted. Y'all still there? I hope. Okay, great. I accidentally closed out the window, but I guess it keeps going. So this is like the player's handbook, the player's guide, and the art is just look at that. It's and this all when you put all three of the books together, they make one big piece of art. But it's doing that whole white, red, and black design. And just I can't wait to show y'all this game if y'all have not seen it. I mean, it's really cool. It's got a lot of great stuff going on with it. It's kind of like it embraces the medieval, like the actual like historical medieval stuff. A little bit like Limitation of the Flame Princess, but a little bit more religious, I guess, in tone. Really easy system. Um, let me see. Let me find some good stuff here. I just dig it. Yeah, I dig the white and the red. Same artist all throughout all the books. Got its own setting, of course. There is some third party stuff that people have made. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this video. It's just it's 3 books, and I would like to get it done in one video. Um, as you can see there. I'm gonna move my hands out of the way. Yeah, art plays a big part in it, man. And I can oh, fantastic. A lot of like corrupt clergymen and the church and people messing with demons. But like the rituals, there's like forbidden rituals that you do in this. Feed your blood to demons in exchange for eldritch power. Spill the guts of your foes over cracked altars. Like that's how you do magic. There's like 3 different spells, and they're like defensive, like support type spell, and like attacks, and that's it. Everything else is a ritual that you have to actually do. You have to like actually get people, get something, take something from somebody. You know, you have to ritualistically, like, sacrifice somebody or something to do these to get these big rituals out and about. How out to heaven for a forgiveness that will never be granted to your wretched soul. This player guide contains instructions for creating outcast characters. You're playing like people that have been outcast from society, and it's a cool game. So I'm excited to show it to you with great art, as you can see. Rituals are always good. Adventure hooks to do them or stop them. Yeah, and I like the fact that they could be an adventure, could be just to get the ritual done. So then you've got yeah, I like that too. So then I think, is it like this or is it, there we go. The referee's compendium, as you can see. Line them up. Boom. There's part of it. Like I said, I'll have a video for all this to show you everything it's got. And this has got some bads. This has got some awesome stuff in it, man. Got to show you some of the cool, really great tips on how to run the game. That's going to be something I'm going to really spill out and let people know that's what it does. Here's a lot of these rights. See right here. Very cool. I need to probably start. This needs to be like one of my next big focuses is letting people know about this game. So I picked up some other stuff. There is some rules to add some more like OSR type stuff to it because it's mainly a human centric world. But if you want to do, they've got some optional rules for elves and stuff. And then look at this big thing right here, the Mythic North book, very huge. This is the big book of all of it, and this has got the whole hit and caboodle for the setting with great maps. Also by the same artist. Every piece of art is by the same artist. Um, it's just it's exactly what this is what you want now. Like when we go to the store and we see this, when I saw it on the shelf, I was like, what the hell is that? And then the guy who I know at the store, my local store, I was like, why did you order that, you ass? You knew that's a book that I'm gonna have to get that thing. This was a kit, they did a Kickstarter for a box set, and it really irks me. This game does not have the like print support that it needs. Um, like some of the stuff in the Kickstarter, like it might be years before we get it like reprinted or remade, and that's aggravating. The player's handbook is like the player's guide is not sold separately, which irritates. The PDFs are kind of expensive as well on drivethrurpg. Um, it just a little irksome. I'll be talking about that in the video because it kind of irritates me. But no, very cool game. And it's one that I probably should have done a video on quite a while ago. Let me try to put it back. And I've got some third party stuff to show you here. This is the Unfortunate Brotherhood. This is actually, the guy who made it, I talked to him. and he sent me this. It's not actually available in print. This was just kind of like a print test run. So I got that. That's pretty cool. And then there's this zine called Alter. There's 2 issues of that. There might be a third one now. Very cool. Seems interesting. What is the system like? Yes, it's old school D&D. It is on a second. And this was the thing. This is Hexen. This is like the first kind of official one. And I got this free as well from Exalted Funeral from their like free little sale thing, and I couldn't believe it. I got that and milk for Old School Essentials. So it is I mean, really it's very much another clone of D&D, but it uses like for I want to say for saving throws it uses like a D12 and then or like it's either one or the other. I can't remember exactly right now in my head. Um for saving throws it uses like a D12 and for skill checks it does like a D6 or something like that. Um, so that's kind of interesting in the fact that you're using 2 different dice to show people. You can be like, hey, this is what you use that skill on. D20, armor class. I mean, it's yeah, it's old school D&D OS. It's OSR. I mean, that's the with it being called Outcast Silver Raiders. Did any of you guys see my X crawl video? Because that was a book that really surprised me. I absolutely was very pleased with that. I guess coming off of Mutant Crawl Classics, which like I said, my most negative video, and I still enjoy it. I still think it's a cool game. I've ran it. I enjoyed it. Um, did you see it, Zero Theory? Did you see that one, the X Crawl? But yeah, watch my X Crawl video and see what you think. Like I said, I played it years ago now, and I talk about this in the video at Gen Con with Brendan LaSalle, who made it, and I was like, dude, this was so much fun. Because the thing about X Crawl, and I say this in the video, you just are immediately in the dungeon. You're immediately in action. Like there is no downtime. Like in some of the adventures, you can have it, but like it was immediately we were in a room, the doors open up, there's a crowd, you're in the room, and it's on combat, puzzles, traps. It was like, whoa, this is awesome. Um, and he's just you can tell the years of working on it. It is a very isn't it like it's like Running Man. Do you remember Smash TV, the video game? Because I consider it more like Smash TV come alive. But it is kind of like the Running Man. It's okay if things don't make sense. It's part of the show. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's very much Smash TV. Come alive. Um, and so you're kind of like a larger than life character. You're trying to get your crew, your group is trying to get more notoriety. You're trying to get more fame. Um, it is a real it's a dystopian future, but fantasy is real. Monsters are real. They bring stuff in that, and of course, if they had watched the video, um, I was very, very glowing review. I do believe it is Goodman Games' best core rule book they've ever made, even better than DCC. And it's only because it has a vision of its world and everything that it's placed in that. It all works together. Where DCC, of course, has got to be kind of like a framework of fantasy. Um, and it's got a huge section of spells. It's got some good stuff at the back. It's got some cool monsters. Nothing that's really out there, but like this is a focused product. Even Mutant Crawl Classics, even the issues I've had with it, it wasn't as focused on Terra AD. Yes, it uses the DCC rules, and it adds a couple little things here and there, and it has character classes that are very much similar to DCC, but they have a little bit more power behind them, a little bit more oomph, a couple more special abilities, which I really dig. And they get bonus stuff if they take creatures down in the way that their character class does it, which I think is really cool. So like you've got a character, the Brawler, and if he's able to use hand-to-hand combat against a monster and knock him out, then he gets like more fame and stuff like that. Like he gets more, can't remember exactly what it is, but and it's all the characters kind of have that. So it makes you kind of play your class. You want to try to do those things that your class does. I love how you can keep it simple where it's just a show and dungeon, or you can expand it out large world. Yeah. And that's neat too. You can go outside of the dungeon, and they tell you about doing adventures. If you want to do a DCC adventure, I think you can just grab one and be like, "Hey, this is what's happening over here in this section of the world." Kind of change it up a little bit, and they've got all the other adventures. I'm going to get a bunch of it. I actually won a really great auction on uh, Facebook RPG Market because the book I did the video on was Dave's book. He let me borrow it. I didn't back it. I didn't get it. Um, it's got really great art, of course. Um, I think it's a game that, just like everything else, it needs more support, not just from Goodman Games, because I think they are getting Goodman Games. It's just the saturation of the market and possibly the lack of desire for people to expand their horizons pushes back on pretty much every release that doesn't do exactly um, what you expect it to do, or what you're used to. Great art. I mean, just jam packed. It's a Goodman Games core book, and I think it's really good. And I would say, and I tell this in the video, not to mix this with DCC. Don't just use this. Just use this. Don't say, oh, it only has so many magic. I want to use this magic. I want to use these monsters. No, no, no. Keep it all in here. And you did a really good job. And I'm very pleased with it. It's a game that I feel like I want to play. Everybody's gonna be over the top. You're grandstanding. You're trying to make a character that's larger than life. Um, it's like in D&D or like DCC, you do these heroic things, but there's nobody really there to like give you accolades and like be like, whoa, he's a really great guy and we love him, and build a reputation for yourself. And you can do that in this game. And he did some smart stuff too, like any real world object like this iPad I have in front of me, like there's a formula where you can take this and put it into Xcrawl, how many like gold pieces it is, stuff like that is just really smart and really fun. It's a game where when I read it, I was like, "Ooh, this is good. He did a great job. The character classes are good and fun. Um, like the bard type class is really cool, and then it's still got stuff for if you want to play like a specialist was smart. It's pretty much a thief that can then have like a specialty. So if you want to be like an acrobat, you can be an acrobat thief. You can be a criminal, a commando. It's really kind of like a jack of all trades, but then it gets focused on a certain thing: a scout, a crypt raider, dwarf mechanic. I dig it. I dig it a lot. And Brendan got to see my video. I hope to have him on the channel at some point too to talk more about it. And it's gonna be a game that I think unfortunately will probably be overlooked by a lot of people. And it shouldn't be, because I think it's good. I will definitely great for one of those. Yeah, bits of beer and pretzel game nights. Fantastic for conventions. Like the perfect for conventions. That's how I got introduced to it. I thought it was great. Um, that's exactly what it is. There's no downtime, like right off the bat in the beginning. And one thing that's really cool, I say this in the video just to reiterate it here. Um, I really like the fact that as someone running it, you have your own DJ, your dungeon judge. So as a judge, me, Brandon, I'm running the game. I have my own character in the game that is the DJ, and I can make him however I want him to be. If he's cutthroat, if he uses these types of traps or those type of creatures, if he has he's got his own personality, his own name. It's like I'm using like a middleman to do the adventure that's disassociated for me. It's just new. It's cool to me. I was like, wow, that's really neat. I get to come up with my own DJ, and he's going to be like this, um, and he's going to have kind of like his own personality, and he gets to change the dungeon. You change the dungeon on the fly, and it makes sense. This is not a set in stone 400, 500, 600 year old art like ruin, like that's set with creatures and stuff like that. This is something that can ebb and flow and keep the excitement going. It's a cool game. I can hype a bunch about it. So yeah, I've got to do a video on that old school, the Outcast Silver Raiders. I've still got some Evolved Adventures I need to do videos for. Um, I'm set. Like that's the thing, is like I'm set. I finally got to a place where I'm starting to be able to manage it a little bit better. Um, there was a time where I was like taking in people's requests all the time, and it was PDF stuff. So that was, I was like, okay, I've got to do that video and that video. And some people all of a sudden would dump me like 6, 7 games on a PDF. And they're like, can you do videos on this? I'm like, oh, I'll try. But this is a cool one here. This is another Tim Snyder MCC adventure right here called Phage from Below. Really cool. And like I said, they may not be the most prettiest adventures, but then it's all about the imagination once you get into it and you go, wow, that's a cool thing. Um, Especially with MCC. Again, flawed game, but it's the adventure that matters. It's not so much about the actual rules or yeah, the tables are mislabeled and stuff like that, but oh well, it's still a cool game. Um, and it was disheartening to hear that Goodman Games were going to do another future like post-apocalyptic game, which apparently hasn't come to be. So I don't know. They're in a transition time too, I think, like a lot of this stuff. Well, I'm gonna have to run, I think. It's gotten quite late. It's almost 2 hours of doing this, but it's been fun, and, I hope to do more of these. I don't know when they'll be. I've got Mondays and Wednesdays off, so they may show up there. I will try to get more, um, headway, let people know, "Hey, I'm gonna be on doing this if you wanna come talk." Hopefully, we'll get some people that have got products to talk about. Um, but this is still fun, even though I didn't get like one of these people that I reached out to. But it's weird. I appreciate it, and yeah, I'll see y'all soon. So thanks a lot.